Now here in Utah, we've seen a lot of haze recently.
Oh, the inversion. We can see it a lot.
It's like our old friend at this point. Saw that video, that atmospheric river event, talked about that at the end of last week. Moving into the west, ooh, it's going to keep things interesting. We start with our live view from St. George, the Red Rock, the Pine Valley Mountains, the clear skies, warm and sunny. Love to see it. That's exactly the personality type. When I ran into Donna and Wayne Smith today at Costco, I have to tell them hi because they are loyal Channel 4 viewers. Guys, you were fantastic, just as nice as St. George. Live view from the ABC4 studios, upper 40s, and you notice that haze. Goodness, you can see it really clearly on our Colonial Flag Tower camera. This period of inversion brought to you by high pressure as we sit in the moderate air quality category in Salt Lake County, and that's where we're going to stay with elevated particulate matter expected as we head into tomorrow and wanting to hold on into the midweek. We saw this building over the weekend as high pressure took control. It's a ridge throughout the western United States, but we see that moisture towards the Pacific Northwest coast, but quiet conditions and high pressure acts as a storm block. It's the reason we stay dry. The haze builds, but that inversion layer starts to get a bit diluted when it gets to about 5,500 feet. So around the benches, it's not as noticeable. And then the higher elevations can warm with no problem because they're not dealing with it. Cooler air gets trapped on the valley floor, and we see that inversion layer very clearly from Cherry Peak as the sun gets ready to go down. That is the lid of the inversion, and oh my goodness, we need a storm to clear it out of here. We don't get one tonight or tomorrow, which is why elevated particulate matter sticks around in eastern Utah along the Wasatch Front and in the northwestern corner of the state. Okay, hasn't been a terrible inversion year, but it's still noticeable, and we've got about a month left. We start to see those conditions ease into March. As we look at the evening forecast, you're going to see those 40s turning into 30s with hazy conditions holding on. As a result, some of our valleys, like Cache Valley, will start to see some fog developing. Patchy fog expected for the overnight and into the early morning hours due to the inversion haze that you can call smog if it gets pretty bad in your neck of the woods. Gorgeous shot. Look at all the snow on the mountains. This from Huntington Canyon. So pretty. Scott, thanks for sharing it with us. Now, while we have quiet conditions in the valleys, the danger in the mountains does not go away. All of this warming actually impacts our snowpack, and as a result, considerable danger when it comes to avalanches in places like the Provo, Logan area, up towards Ogden, the Skyline area. You should note that most incidents in Utah that occur with avalanches happen when we see the considerable category. So you have to know before you go. Moderate danger in Salt Lake and the western Uintas. Now, we do see a more active storm pattern looming. There's that high pressure. We're going to see that start to slide by Wednesday to the east, opening the door for a southerly wind to start mixing. Good news for inversion. And then here comes some wet weather Thursday into Friday. We're going to bring that moisture back into the state with active skies wanting to linger. Looks like right now we could see some valley rain and mountain snow to start an active pattern. Look at all that moisture by Wednesday as it rolls on in. We put this into motion, and you're going to notice quiet conditions through the midweek. But as we head into Thursday, we start to see wet weather and cloud cover making its way back in. This system should completely clear the inversion, which will mean we breathe just a little bit easier. 40s and 50s for tomorrow, 58 in Moab, 66 in St. George. As we look at the next 7 days, the warming trend brings us into the mid-60s in Washington County. But wet weather, it shows up for the weekend, and as we head into next week, hazy conditions will be the name of the game for the Wasatch Front. Thursday, we get some mixing. We do get a cold front that can make precipitation type a little trickier. Showers want to hang around as we head through the weekend. So we know an active pattern's coming. Air will clear, and the people I met at Costco were the nicest viewers. I cannot tell you how wonderful they were. So thank you for watching, guys.
Thank you.
They are tremendous. Big Channel 4 fans.
Awesome.
So,
We'd love to hear it.
Yes.